Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be hopefully continuing on with our free-to-play to Masters grind. So as you guys can see on the screen, we got really close to Mythic 3 on stream literally a couple of hours ago. Just got that finished up. If you guys want to check that out, it'll be on their main channel. I believe it's still live, but yeah, as I was saying, we will be continuing on with this grind. So before we get into today's video, make sure you're using the credit code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, guys, so jumping into the first game then. So again, the enemy team have Byron and Ash. I just seem to be facing that synergy a lot right now in Power League, and I only really had a Shelly or a Nita to deal with it. I don't think Ems would have cut it, especially without star powers, which I do really need to unlock. But yeah, when Nita, even though Nita's pretty bad in Brawl Stars right now, I just thought it was probably the only brawler that I could really go, especially against this composition. So a nice takedown from my teammates here. Should be able to run up against the Ash. Take Ash down to one shot. Griff's going to go down as well. It should be an easy walk-in, providing that we're facing off against Byron, and there's just no way that he's going to be able to do the damage. He actually nearly got that super off, which would have been really surprising, but a really good start. I thought it would have been pretty down bad from the start, but it looks like we're able to do all right. So Griff's going to absolutely melt that bear. I kind of forgot he did that much damage. Don't really see Griff being used too much, but we're going to cause some pressure here. Probably going to go down to that Ash, but at least we're causing a little bit of pressure, making sure Ash is pretty weak. Max nearly sneaks up into the ball and score there. Max actually really strong, especially as a mid in Brawl Ball right now. So if you guys are wondering, like, honestly been used quite a lot in competitive right now, so definitely give that a try. I'm going to throw my bear out to the Griff, but especially when he has the damage gear as well, that bear just goes just like nothing. So yeah, I'm hoping Light needs to get some sort of buff. I just feel like she's really terrible right now. Like, every brawler just seems to take her down so quickly, especially with the damage gear as well. It's just a shame to see Nita kind of completely fall off the face of Earth. So again, we're just going to cause a little bit of pressure. Don't think we're going to have enough DPS to actually take them down, unfortunately, but we got the respawn. I think Max should be pretty quick to close to super, and you know, I'm like halfway to super, so we might be able to cause some pressure. Byron kind of popping off from, to be honest, and yeah, this is where the Nita pick just completely sucks. Just hate not having like a single really good lane brawler other than the likes of Rico, but he's just not good on this map whatsoever. So Byron going to go for the play there. We should be okay. Wow, somehow Max didn't cover that left hand side, which was definitely a rookie error, but going into the next game, need to just remove that unfortunately, and yeah, just go into the next one. So again, going to be running up. Sandy's going to struggle against the Ash, which is a big problem. That's why I don't really like people just going Sandy straight away. I guess Sandy's good against some things, but when it comes to tanky brawlers, Sandy just gets folded quite easily. That's why I prefer brawlers like Spike, brawlers like Ems that can easily deal with those tanky brawlers, because those are going to be the scariest brawlers to potentially face off against in a draft. So it's a nice takedown from our Max there. So we've got a speed. He's going to use it on all of us. Somehow he doesn't go down as well. Going to go onto the Griff and the Sandy. Okay, so Sandy somehow misses that. I don't know how you can possibly miss that, but he misses it. Okay, so yeah, somehow we should be 1-0 up, but it's a 0-0 at the moment. So Griff gonna absolutely melt that bear again. I think I've learnt my lesson now. There's just no point putting my bear on the Griff, because that's just gonna go within a flash. Nice super from our Sandy. Okay, that Griff just does so much damage. Power 11 Griff. Okay, yeah, we don't need to touch that. I mean, Griff is somewhat underrated when it comes to a map like Super Stadium, because you've got your wall break options down either lane and can be like a decent counter sometimes to some brawlers, and we just can't deal with it. So Ash got a super here. Don't think, again, we've got the DPS to take him down. I think Sandy's used all of his stuns as well. Okay, no, Sandy had a stun. I don't know why Sandy didn't use that stun there. That would definitely have been able to save the goal if used it correctly, but Max is going to make a really nice play. Wow, that is insane. Definitely a good play right there. Don't know what the Ash was really doing. I'm hoping the Sandy switches lanes, to be honest, because I don't really want to be facing off against this Griff. This Bear's definitely going to push Ash back into spawn. I mean, that's going to be an okay counter to Ash, considering they haven't got their rage yet, but it only takes a few swipes and Ash is going to get that rage pretty much straight away. So just keeping him back. But now Ash, again, just going to run all over me. It's just so hard to deal with a Byron and an Ash. Once Ash gets that speed, you know, he does like 3k, nearly 3k damage per shot when raged up as well, which is just kind of ridiculous. So it looks like our Max has the speed here, looking for the pinch on the Griff. Griff gonna try and world star us and just 1v3, but that ain't happening anytime soon. So again, Ash gonna get those heals from the Byron. I mean, I think I'm going to wait till overtime. I think we've probably got the better overtime composition, especially considering they've got an Ashe. But yeah, it's looking kind of bleak right now. Not looking the best. Max is going to be getting some good chip shots in there, all just circling together. And again, we're just going to cause some pressure on the Ashe. I mean, Ashe is pretty much one shot. Hoping our teammates can survive this encounter. Else, yeah, we've pretty much lost this game. So again, we're getting kind of carried by this Max, playing super well right now. Griff's going to be good in overtime in comparison to me and Sandy, but that Ashe is going to be the deciding factor. Like, they just have a 0 range with that Ashe. So we're going to try and sneak our way up into the Griff. That super is going to melt us. 990 damage per card, which is a big rip. Max going to go for the play there, which I don't think was the time to do it. We're going to just throw it onto the Griff just to try and stall some time here. But yeah, time is running out. They've got Byron healing the Ashe, and it's looking like it's probably over here. Wow, that Griff just completely melting us. Let's hop into the next game. Alright guys, so jumping into the next game. So it seems again that the enemy team hasn't gone a mid. Some people like Spike mid. I don't know what's happening. People just really like Spike mid, as I said. So another Ashe being used. I mean, I thought Ashe was good, but it just, again, time and time again, everyone just seems to be using this brawler. Maybe I'm slowly coming to the realization that Ashe is just so strong. But with a Rico, should be able to have a decent time against the Ashe. I'm going to pop our gadget here against the wall, and we should be doing okay against Spike. So yeah, Spike mid, which is kind of wild. Maybe they didn't want us to pick the Spike instead, but should be able to maybe get this Ashe down. I'm going to pop another gadget. But it's going to be hard in these, especially these close encounters, to take Ashe down. We've still managed to do it. But it looks like, I don't know, is Spike like an underrated mid or something? I don't know what's happening, but Power League in Mythic is kind of wild. Maybe I've missed the memo that Spike is all of a sudden the best mid brawler in the game. I think maybe against Byron, Spike could be a decent mid option. But if people know how to dodge curveball, which a lot of pros do, it's not going to be able to do too much. But yeah, I'm one of the few pros that probably don't know how to dodge curveball. Still need to put that on my list of things to do. So again, this Ashe causing us a lot of problems and a lot of pressure. Should be able to get that last Spike gadget down, and this is where the pressure should come, especially with a Byron. If it gets to pop off in time, should be able to hold off here. So yeah, it's all about trying to keep Ashe away from us as much as possible. Ashe going to be really weak here. Going to pop the gadget. That's going to be a Byron splash as well, and this is the perfect opportunity to try and grab those gems, and Stu should be able to do so. So a bit of a robbery there. Spike completely like dominated the mid, and Ashe just caused so much pressure. It was just really hard for us to collect the gems, but we're able to secure a nice team wipe and grab those gems and get out. So that's going to be a good first win in this first gem grab set. Hopefully more of the same. I'm thinking that these guys are probably going to switch their lanes, just because Stu definitely will have a harder time against Ashe with his HP, and then also the Sandy should be able to sneak up against me at the odd time and probably take me down. So I'm expecting a lane swap here. So yeah, I'm gonna try to signal to Stu that we should try and switch lanes here. You know, I've got a sense. Okay, no, they've not switched lanes. That is kind of surprising. So I'm gonna just hold here. Should be easy against a Sandy on this lane, just because of the walls are just perfectly positioned for me. Sandy going to be really weak. Sandy pretty much one shot. We've got an Ashe in our bush right here, but Ashe should be taken down pretty soon if I don't completely fluff my super. We've got Sandy on my head. That's what I'm talking about with Sandy. Just needs to catch me off guard like once, and they can just easily walk up to me and free shot me. So it looks like Stu is going for the lane swap here, which is understandable. You don't want a Stu on an Ashe because, yeah, Ashe just has so much HP, and Stu kind of just tickles him. So again, going to use my super on the Ashe. Should be able to take him down here. Nice shot from the Byron. Able to take him down. So it's kind of the same story again with Spike in the middle. He's just got so much pressure. He's able to collect the gems every single time. I'll have to try it out for myself. I just don't really see Spike being a good mid, but maybe people have been sleeping on it. I'm not too sure. So Ashe going to be pretty weak again. Okay, I tried to get like a double super there, but completely failing. Going to conserve my ammo just a little bit. Wait for this Ashe to push up. Looks like my teammates are really struggling with this Sandy, and I just know there's going to be an Ashe in our face in some time. So we're going to walk up here and hopefully get a gadget against the wall. That's going to be a nice gadget against the wall here. Spike's going to have all the gems, and yeah, I just don't think we're going to be able to do something about that. So yeah, I really need to look at what is happening in the early game, because Spike is just getting all of these gems without any hesitation. Maybe it's just a complete pressure up from the lanes allowing him to get those gems. So I'm going to have to try and get into their grass like they are with us, or we just need to prevent it happening to us. So I'm going to go down the left this time around, and we should have a bit of a better time. So Yeah, I don't think our Baron's really enjoying how the spike is playing in the middle. Okay, we've got Ashe down this lane again. I just don't know why they're not really switching up how they play, so we're going to be able to take that Ashe down pretty easily. This is where we help our mid out, so I'm just going to grab a couple of gems just because I can. I was thought kind of maybe a spike could take down our Baron, so I thought let's grab those gems. And again, I'm going to be really aggressive on the Ashe. Maybe the Ashe isn't able to do anything if we just get into his face and not allow him to get the rage. Spike getting pretty weak as well, and it's exactly that start that we needed. Like 2 starts in a row, Spike has just dominated us, so it's nice to get it the other way around this time. So it looks like they're switching lanes, which is definitely clever from them, just because again the Ashe is just going to walk all over the Stu, and we've got Sandy on our side, which could be a problem for us if we're not keeping tabs on it. It's like Sandy's pretty much one shot. We need to make sure that Sandy doesn't really get into this bush too easily. Okay, we managed to stop the healing just a little bit, but we're going to get pressure back because we've got Spike pinching us like crazy. We're going to try and push up a little bit. Spike going to get pretty weak, and that should be the Sandy down as well, and that's looking like it's a near enough game here. If we can keep this Spike back for as long as possible, it should be pretty much GG. Just 2 more gems needed, and we're going to get the dub. So yeah, I've got to be careful of this Sandy looking to sneak up onto us. We're going to use our super preemptively. We're going to get stunned here, which is going to be meaning for us to go down, which is really bad for me. Kind of played a bit too aggressive. I thought I could pop my gadget in time, but I think I need to be power 11 Rico to survive more shots from Sandy. So Spike's going to go down. We've got an Ashe in the middle here. We also have a Sandy as well, so we've got to be careful here. This is exactly what I mean. Sandy's just so annoying against a power 9 Rico. They can just take me down quite easily, and this is getting into a tense game. I thought this would be pretty much over, but they've kind of clawed it back, especially since lane switching. So looking like Stu is going to swap over here. We've got an Ashe in our base, just trying to waste as much time as possible. Got a super here, should be able to get Ashe down. Get that Ashe down. They just need 1 more gem, and it seems like they've got it. This looking like it might be a GG unless our Stu can help us out here, and unfortunately that's going to be 2 L's on the video, but I don't want to just post wins every single time, else it's a little bit false. So fortunately, that's going to be 2 losses. I hope you guys learned something from it. I think it's the first time we've encountered legendary teams on our free-to-play account, but it was super close. We definitely could have won that one, bar my mistakes. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.